Hello, welcome all, नमस्ते ट्रेडर्स, वेलकम टू बाइट्स बाय ETI। यहाँ पे आज हम लोग टाटा मोटर्स पीवी का Q3 रिजल्ट एनालिसिस करने वाले हैं। सो दिस इज़ अ PDF फॉर FY26 कॉन कॉल, so you will get it from the BSc website or from the screener anything. So I just downloaded from the screener app. So this is basically the Tata Sierra. So we will talk a little bit what are the points, what are the key factors that which impacted. So here mainly the this is the details of like the group. वो basically Tata PV passenger vehicle and this is a Jaguar Land Rover. So it basically divided into two, their major goals. And then if we go through the main highlights, these are the highlights. One is like a Sierra, absolutely a game changer for Tata Motors India. So where on the first day they got a booking of 70,000 of so there is a strong hope. Again, new Tata Punchline also got launched. Harrier and Safari is now are available in the petrol powertrains, and mainly the leadership which Tata Motors had earlier. Then that regains. Still, it's a 20% market share leader now currently, but surpasses the 250,000 EV sales, which reaffirms the leadership in the India electric mobility charge and all those stuff. So all about the new like US Range Rover SV. This is a design Miami that debuts. New Jaguars also receives a reaction from the media and defenders. So these are the few highlights, but we'll talk a little bit on the revenue side and the results. So from the Q3 FY26, the revenue basically consolidated revenue is like a 70.1k crores, which is minus 20% of the what last year YOY, from 94.5. EBITDA also got reduced, that is from 8.2 to like 4.7. So that's got also reduced 2.2%. PBT also got reduced 3.1k. uh, like if we see the wholesale units, so these are basically 229 wholesale units. Okay, so if we see everything like which is also 26% of town, this is FCS also got reduced, minus 17.9. Net debt we could see 39 point k crore up. So these are the numbers which we could see from the Q3 level. So what we could see is like mainly mainly the exceptional items got comprises of expense pertaining to JLR cyber incident, then stamp duty and all those stuff we could see. The net debt, if we could see the 39.4 crore that was which I was talking about, mainly adverse volumes, working capital got increase in the JLR net debt, domestic business in a healthy net cash position. So that's the only good trigger point we could see. नेट डेट अगर देखा जाए ऑल्सो इट्स गॉट इंक्रीजिंग फ्रॉम 20.1 to 39.4. Revenue 70.1, which we just talked about, 20% drop off. Okay, 25% net. Then PBT also got 3136. Mainly if we see the entities for debt, so mainly debt जो है JLR का है. PV is basically net cash flow fee. So these are the main EBITDA level. uh, so if we see, these are basically the granular level details for like all metrics basically if we see got impacted by cyber incident. So we'll not talk in detail, but these are the major one. Okay, so Q3 FY26 performance. So if we see significant impact by the cyber incident, they mentioned it and they are being a transparent. So mainly the volumes also got impacted due to this. Production only returned to normal levels by mid-November, they are looking. So it took time to distribute vehicles globally after production restarted. So volumes and probability both impacted by the planned wind window went down, and also the deterioration of our market conditions in China. Okay, so 59.5k wholesales down 43%, Q3 retails 79.8 down 25%. So profitability wise अगर देखा जाए तो 6.8 down, uh, uh, and mainly if we see the include cyber related costs around 64 million. Cash flow wise negative cash flow है 1.5 billion, largely due to the production stoppages and working capital movements and following cyber attack, yeah. uh, Again, this is again a Jaguar reduced volume. This is more granular again. If we see, we could go to firstly. This is basically total investment that they have. This is the Range Rover market environment challenge. Basically, if we see, they are making geopolitics, including tariffs and FX, market conditions increasing cost to sell, EU regulations, including emissions and battery rules, cost of doing business in the UK and China market. These are the major environmental challenges that they are looking. China market update में अगर देखा जाए तो mainly JLR in the China outperform in the higher segment only. So these are the few things. uh, Automotive market challenges are still there. Addressable premium market minus 21%, SUVs minus 14%, retailer profits got decline 47%, growing retailer insolvency, new loans shrinks. So China markets seems to be kind of more like not that promising what they could see. So mainly guidance, if we see EBITDA and cash flow remains unchanged. गाइडेंस उन्होंने अभी EBITDA लेवल पे 0 to 2% ही बोला गया है, और FY26 नेगेटिव कैश फ्लो 2.2 to 2.5 billion. That is again the main key focus area. Demand environment by building the power of our brands, and execute the enterprise missions transformations program to deliver savings and cash flow. So, uh, so basically, Shailesh Chandra, who is basically the main TMPV CMT, uh, uh, and growth momentum still there, player second in the India business. So this is all about the India business. uh, Wholesale, it's basically Q3 FY26. If we see 170.5 wholesale units, than than this 139.5. Okay. And 58% still in petrol. EV, they have a dominance of 16%, which got raised to 28%. That's a significant increase. And these are again the few parameters that we could see. EV growth trajectory that definitely continued with 50% of volume growth. They wanted to be sustained market share over the last 6 months, with exit market share of 46% in December. So EV offtake volumes, if we see from 16 to uh, Q3 FY26, 16.1 to 24.1. Domestic market share 43.6% still. Or public charging infrastructure, maybe they are kind of increasing on year basis. Monthly EV Vahan market share, if we see from 46%, then got dropped in May 25. Again, it's regained to 46.3. So not bad, but still increasing, we could say. Uh, Revenue 15.3, EBITDA 7%, and all those stuff. So all these things are making mainly industry highlights. If we see 171k growing 22%, ranked second basis with over 2 lakh retails, 46% of the share complete. Nexon emerged as a first model, by Punch also saw sustained strong. So they have a quite a good confidence in the India based business. So that it we could see the mainly focus areas are the Sierra. They are looking for the Sierra. Harrier and Safari is also what we see in the mainly the growth. So by looking at it, so still on the India side business, we still see the confidence, but from the due to the Jaguar, this stock got like corrected. That's the only thing which is keep the Tata TMPV from keeping it behind in the versus peers. So what we could see in future is like global demand continues to remain challenging. Expect sharp recovery Q4 led by normalization. So we could see Q4 के अंदर JLR so navigate demand environment by building the power of our brands. So Q4 may we have to see, but I think from the value wise still there is a good value because in the next quarter we could see the best numbers from the CRR new Punch launch, Harrier, Safari petrol variants also. This could value your things in the top. So we could see those things. So thank you so much. If anything that we could see, so we can see the analyst targets also uh, from the different analysts. So mostly all the analysts are looking for the buying target like Goldman, JP Morgan, consensus. They have a 520, 510 targets, relatively upside from the 35% to 38%. So we could see all those things from the that standpoint. But cyber app impact, basically that is the main thing that it's still mounting, that's the likely to see. And they could see, and one more thing, CEO warns on the rising commodity prices, that's we have to see. Tata Motors passenger vehicles likely to get costlier, that's the major update that they had given. So like from the uh, standpoint of the total analysis, and if we could see the Tata Motors stock right now, so we could see the earnings got shrinked, that's the major point. But due to the EPS, uh, stock seems to be got again little bit valuation wise got increased, which was like earlier in the October, which we could see that the stocks looking lucrative price. But from the longer run, I think this is at the good price, but from the longer run perspective, you have to be cautious on the JLR. So if you're a risk averse and if you have a patience to hold that, because due to the global demand and the Jaguar problem, but from the 6 to 8 months recovery, we could definitely see the 450 target as bare minimum. So from here we could see 20% of upside. So but yeah, this is like basically disclaimer that you have to do your due diligence, and this is just a educational purpose video. So make a note of it. And like if we see as a recap of this video, so this is basically the beast, only the JLR dip. So if you could buy less than 350, it's also a good target from here, 450 to 550. So you have to just press the like button, subscribe and comments. So picks and say the Jai Hind, because the India EU deal, which might get a good impact on this stock, since this is the only stock in the automotive industry of India which have the world presence. But I think there is a huge potential and challenges also. So just stay updated. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.